Hmm. Good evening, everyone. I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Hello, everyone. I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know, guys. Everything seems fine. Okay, that's great. So, how are you guys? Just ended up with the previous class of web development, and right now I'm here. Okay, so we'll be going out with data science in this particular program, and we'll be having 7 days on our hands. I'll be giving you a brief about the program as well, what we'll be studying, and what are the different things that are important for you to understand as well. Okay, for the first 5 minutes, we'll be waiting for everyone to join. Understand that most of you haven't joined up till this very point of time, so we are just waiting for them. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Great. So yeah, for the next 7 days, we are going to learn Python. Okay, first of all, there is no prerequisite for this particular boot camp. You don't need to know anything from the starting itself. Okay, but yeah, the only prerequisite is that you need to understand English, because that will be the communication that the language that I'll be using for communicating with you. Okay, so the only prerequisite for this entire program, this entire boot camp, is English and nothing else. The rest I'll be teaching you from entire scratch. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, guys? Let me know. We have put up the slow mode so that people are not able to spam the entire live chat, and I'm able to see some of the questions as well that is coming up right over here. We'll be waiting for 2 to 3 more minutes so that everyone is able to join us. Okay. All your queries and everything, I will be answering it very soon. Don't worry about it. Okay. Just we'll be starting off with Python from today itself. We won't be waiting for anything else. Okay. So we'll be starting off with Python. We'll be then going into a bit of machine learning as well, a bit into NumPy, a bit into Pandas, just so that we are able to understand the concepts properly. And at the end, we'll be having a project on the seventh day. So it would be very easy, guys. These will be the concepts that we'll be studying in the next few days. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. The information about the certificates and everything. Okay, certificates and attendance, all these kind of stuff. I will be letting you guys know in a few minutes so that whenever everyone has joined us, then I will be letting you know. Otherwise, I will have to repeat myself again and again. So for those guys who are currently in the live chat right now, and I've already told you guys that information about attendance and certificates, I'll be letting you guys know somewhere in the middle of the entire boot camp, whenever almost everybody has joined us, so that I don't have to repeat myself. Okay, so if anybody is asking about it right now in the live chat, do help them out. Okay, just answer them their questions properly as much as possible. Okay, and do we take notes? So in the beginning, I will be providing you with the notes as well. You don't have to take any notes in the starting days, so you don't have to worry about it. But if for your own sense of accomplishment, if you want to take up a bit of notes, it's totally up to you. I'm not saying you no, okay, but yeah, I will provide you with notes as well, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Again, information about how what is the process of certificates, how will you be able to get certificates, I'll be letting you know in the middle of the boot camp, not right now, because right now people are starting to join us, and it will take almost 20 minutes for everyone to join us in the start itself. So I don't want to repeat myself at the end of the day. Hence, I will be letting you guys know about the attendance, what is the process of the certificates, what are the different certificates, where you will get the certificates, how you will get the certificates, everything after 30 minutes. Okay, so just wait for a little that little point of time. Okay, So let's start off with the bootcamp right now, guys. Okay. First of all, I heartily welcome you to DevTown. Okay, we consider you as a part of our family, as the extended family that we have on YouTube at the end of the day. Okay, this bootcamp is based on data science and Python. The only prerequisite for this particular boot camp is English and nothing else. You need to know English. That's it, because that will be the mode of communication for this particular boot camp. The rest of the stuff we will be letting you guys know in the bootcamp itself. We'll be starting off with Python. We'll be moving towards NumPy. Then we'll be moving towards Pandas. Then we'll be going towards machine learning. And at the very end, we'll be having our project, that is the real estate price prediction at the end. Okay, so this is what we are going to cover up in the next 7 days during the entire program. Okay, the material that I will be using will be provided to you guys. You don't have to worry about it. The next thing that you need to know is, so my name is Shaurya. Okay, I have been working as a data analyst, as a data scientist, as a full stack engineer, and as a software engineer in various different companies like Jio, Reliance, Fastnell, and other companies as well. I have conducted hiring drives for almost 30 different companies up till this particular point of time. And I've also placed almost 4,900 students in the past 1 year in various different companies. Okay, so that was a quick intro about myself. I've started this particular non-profit, that is DevTown. So DevTown is a non-profit platform where we organize these 7 days events, these 7 days boot camps that have no prerequisites for the same. You can come up to any particular boot camp, learn about a particular technology, the basics of that particular technology itself. You will end up. So this boot camp has been created in such a way that, again, like I said, no prerequisites is required. You can come up. Anybody can come up to these particular boot camps. You will learn the technology. You will get hands-on practice on this particular technology, as well as at the very end of the boot camp, you will be working on a project, okay, that you can put up on your resume. So this will be a basic project that you will be working upon, that you can put up on your resume. Once the entire boot camp is over, you will also get certificates via Google Developer Groups, Microsoft Student Learn Ambassador Program, as well as DevTown. We are also in talks with some other companies as well to provide you more certificates at the end, but these are the fixed certificates that you will get irrespective. Now, the criteria for the certificates, how the attendance is going to be taken place, all these things I will be letting you know somewhere in the middle of the class today, after 30 minutes. Not right now, after 30 minutes. Okay, so that we are able to focus upon the studies in the initial period, and anybody who is coming up to the boot camp a bit late is also able to identify and understand everything. Okay, are you guys able to understand? Please let me know, guys. Do you have any questions up till now? Please let me know, guys. This is a data science boot camp. We'll be learning about Python, Pandas, NumPy, machine learning, and then the project. Okay, the boot camp will be of 7 days. We'll be spending 1 to 1.5 hours every single day. Okay, so we will be having it for 7 days. I will be starting with the classes will be from 1 to 1.5 hours every single day. Okay, you don't have to do the programming along with me. Listen to what I'm saying right now. You don't have to do the programming right now with me. Just listen to what I'm saying. Try to understand as much as possible. We will give you the notes. We'll give you the video at the end. You can spend the rest of your day trying to code and everything, okay, along with the video. But right now, when you are coming live to the bootcamp itself, do not code. Just try to understand as much as possible. Okay, so how will take the attendance? Okay, where the attendance will be given up, what is the criteria for the certificates, which certificates you will be getting, all this I will be letting you go know after 30 minutes, not right now, after 30 minutes. Okay, okay, so shall we start off with our today's class? Please let me know, guys. Can we start off with our today's class, guys? Please let me know. Okay, great, guys. So let's start off with, first of all, understanding about the Python as a language itself. Okay, so many of you might have heard about Python language, am I right? Like that is the reason why that you are here in this boot camp. You must have heard about these keywords like machine learning, artificial intelligence, Python, data science, all these keywords that you are able to hear thrown around, and you are able to understand the importance of the language itself. But why Python is important? That is what we need to start off with. Okay, the first reason is Python as a language right now, the first language that is used in the entire world, the most used language as of this particular moment is JavaScript. And the second most used language right now in the entire world is Python. Python has its applications in fields such as, let's say, data science, AI, machine learning, deep learning, cryptocurrencies. Okay, so cryptocurrencies that people are using as of this particular moment, that is your blockchain. Okay, so Python is used in blockchain, it is used in web development, it is used in app development. So it is used in every single way place. It is used in big data, all these different things that you have heard about at any point of time. Python is used in every single place. Okay, it is used for prototyping, it is used in production, it is used at every single place that you can think of. Python developers, okay, not Python developers, the developers that use Python are almost one of the most paid developers as well. Okay, the average salary of a developer, of a software engineer that is currently working in Python in India ranges above 12 lakhs per annum immediately as a fresher. So you are able to understand that Python is being used by companies like Microsoft, Google, Atlassian, Netflix, every single place which you can think about, wherever data science is used, wherever AI is used, wherever web development is used, wherever blockchain is used, where big data is used. At the end of the day, Python is being used every single place, and that is why we right now need to learn Python and its related technologies as well. Okay, so let's start off with Python, learning Python. So this was a quick intro into the language itself. So we will not be wasting any more time. We'll directly be starting with the practical on Python as well. So the video that you're currently watching, as you're able to see from right over here, this is the current video that you're watching. Okay, so if you're scrolling down below to the description of the video itself, okay, if you're scrolling down below to the description of the video itself, you will be able to see a link to the notebook. Okay, this notebook that you're able to see right over here. Okay, this notebook that you're able to see right over here. Okay, so you want to click on this particular notebook right now. You want to click on this particular notebook right over here. Okay, so this is a notebook that we are going to use to learn Python. As you are able to see, I have already put up all the notes and all the code right over here that you will be using to learn, okay, Python. Okay, and you will be getting this quality of notes for NumPy, for pandas, for machine learning, as well as for project. So you don't have to worry about it. I've already created all the notes and everything for you. Okay, if you still want to create your own handwritten notes, that is totally up to you guys. Okay, again, I'm just explaining it to you. This is the video that you are currently watching. Okay, this is the video that you are currently watching right over here as of this particular moment. If you are going down below, into the description of the video itself, okay, you are able to click on this particular notebook right over here. So it will open up the notebook and it is available for everyone to use, as you are able to see. Okay, so next what we want to do is we want to search for Google Colab. Okay, so next we want to search for Google Colab. Okay, so where we are going to write our code. So let's try to understand that. We can use VS Code to write our code on our local laptops. We can use local Jupyter notebooks to write our code as well, to run our code and to learn Python as well. But we will be using Google Colab. Now there are two reasons for that. Okay, just search for Google Colab. Okay, you'll be able to find Google Collaboratory right over here. Now there are two reasons for the same. Okay, the first reason is not everyone has a laptop as of this particular moment. All the people who are coming to this particular bootcamp, I cannot expect 2000 of you to have a laptop with you. Okay, so this particular Google Colab has been set up by Google itself. Okay, Google wanted people to be able to experiment, to be able to learn Python, data science, machine learning, AI from anywhere around the world. Anyone who has an internet connection and a mobile phone can also be able to code and learn data science. That was the aim of Google. Now what happens is when you're coding in your own laptops, okay, when you're coding in your own laptops, you're utilizing your laptop's resources. You are utilizing the CPU of your laptop, you're utilizing the GPU of your laptop, you are utilizing the RAM of your laptop, so you're utilizing the space of your laptop, all these different components of your laptop, you're utilizing that to run your code. Okay, now everybody does not has a good laptop. Not everybody has a M1 or M2 laptop, or maybe a Ryzen 9 processor of 5000 series, or an i7 12th generation processor, 12 gigs of RAM, maybe like the best quality of SSD possible. Not everybody has that. Okay, and whenever you are using so right now we are starting off with Python right now, so it is less like intensive. Okay, it will use less number of resources from your laptop. But when you slowly and steadily go into data science, when you go into machine learning, deep learning, they will start utilizing your laptop resources a lot. Okay, they will use a lot of RAM, they will use a lot of CPU power, and for a very extended period of time as well. So that might damage your laptop at the end of the day. I've already lost an 10th generation i7 processor. So I had a previous laptop before this, that was the HP Pavilion X360, and the entire motherboard got fried. The next laptop that I lost was the MacBook Pro laptop. That was the i7th, I think so, 6th or 7th generation. I lost that laptop as well. The entire motherboard got fried. So that is the thing. We don't want to lose our laptops learning stuff. That is what Google wants. Google wants to give you this power so that everyone is able to learn and practice data science at the end of the day. So what Google did was, Google has a lot many number of servers. Okay, so you have already seen Google has a lot many number of servers in its headquarters and at various locations as well. And these servers are not being used at any point of time. Okay, these are like sitting ideally. So what Google did was, Google has provided you this interface, this Colab interface as of this particular point of time. This Colab interface is just like a Jupyter notebook that you will be using to code on your local laptop. But instead of coding on your local laptop, you are utilizing the resources of the servers at Google. So you type your code right over here. So let me just show you a new notebook right over here. Okay. So as you're able to see, this is a Google Collaboratory notebook. Okay. As you're able to see, so it's loading up. It will take some time. Give it a second. Okay, so as you're able to see, this is a Google Collaboratory notebook right over here. I'm connecting it to the Google servers. Okay, so right now it is taking a time to okay, one more thing. The entire program, the entire 7 days of the bootcamp is free. There is no charge associated with it. Even the certificates, there is no charge associated with the certificates. The certificates are also absolutely free. We don't charge anything. Like I said, these bootcamps, DevTown is a non-profit organization. Whatever we offer, either we do at cost or we do it for free. So this entire bootcamp, the certificates and everything is entirely for free. You don't have to pay anything for anything. Okay, so please, like, I forgot to make that very clear with you guys. So right over here, if I'm typing any particular code, so as the code that you're typing in your browser itself on a website. Okay, your code that you're typing right over here, you're typing it on the browser itself on your website. Okay, so like I said, I'm writing print, let's say hello world. So this is a code that I've written in Python on the browser. Now when I'm running this particular code, okay, when I'm running this particular code, this code is getting sent to the servers at Google. It is not utilizing any resources from my laptop. The only resources that my laptop is being utilizing is this Chrome browser, just like a normal browser itself. Okay, it is just utilizing the Chrome browser like a normal browser itself. I'm not utilizing anything else. Now this code is getting sent back to the servers at Google, where it is getting compiled. It is using the resources, it is using the best servers. So you are using the 10th gen, 12th gen processors, i7, i9 processors, the 32 gigs of RAM, the best. So you are currently using a GPU that is this Tesla GPU. Okay, the Google servers is basically built on the Tesla GPU's cost. Okay, so the Tesla GPU cost that is currently there, It's about 6 lakhs. Okay, that is the cost of the Tesla GPU. Not able to find the GPU right over here, but if you are able to search for it, that is the GPUs that Google provides you, and that costs 6 lakhs. Even your workstation won't be of that amount of money. Okay, so we are using Google. So this code is getting sent to the servers at Google. Right over there, it is getting processed, and the result, that is hello world, is getting sent back to you, as you are able to see right over here. Okay, so it is as simple as possible. Okay, so we are going to use Google Colab due to these two reasons. Okay, so those who want to do it locally, it's fine. You can do it as you want, but for those who don't have a laptop or don't have a good quality laptop, I will suggest you guys to use Google Colab itself. Okay, one more thing about the bootcamp, I take everything from scratch. I explain everything briefly. Okay, so please bear with me because not everyone knows everything. So I tend to make sure that I take everything from the entire basics and try to build upon it. So please be patient when you're learning with me. Okay. Okay, great. So I'll again go back to Google Collaboratory. Okay. So I'll again open up Google Colab right over here. As soon as you're opening up Google Colab, you are having this examples. Okay, as you're able to see, examples, recent, Google Drive, GitHub, upload. Okay, I will select GitHub from right over here. Now inside of GitHub as well, the link that is down in the description of the video. If you scroll down, we are having the notebook link down in the description of the video right over here. You need to open this particular link from right over there, and you need to copy the URL of this particular link. Okay, you need to copy the URL of this particular link. So let's copy the URL from this particular link itself and then paste it inside of right over here. So remove everything and paste it right over here. Enter a GitHub URL or search by organization or user. Okay, so as soon as I'm pressing the search button, okay, we will be able to see the entire notebook opening up on Google Colab. Okay, the entire notebook opening up on Google Colab right over here. Okay, so again, what is the process of certificates, attendance? I'll be letting you know after 30 minutes. Currently focus upon the class itself. Okay, currently focus upon the class itself. Okay, so this is how you will be able to open up the entire notebook on Google Colab right over here. Okay, and then we are going to click on this particular connect button. Okay, we are going to click on this particular connect button. Okay, this will connect us to the servers at Google. This will connect our notebook to the servers at Google itself. Okay, and now we can start off with learning your Python. Okay, so it is initializing it right now, so it will get connected in a second itself. Okay, so now I will just let you, so people are really very hungry behind attendance and certificates. So I'll just brief you about that as well. Okay, there are 3 certificates that are associated with this particular bootcamp as of this particular moment. Okay, the first certificate is a certificate via DevTown. The second certificate is a certificate via Google, and the third certificate is a certificate via your Microsoft itself. Okay, so these are the 3 different certificates that we are having as of this particular moment. Okay, now you need to understand is that every single day how I will be taking the attendance, I'll be letting you know at the end of today's class, not right now, but every single day we'll be taking up your attendance. Okay, how we will be taking up the attendance, again I'm letting you know, we'll be letting you know at the end of today's class, not right now. Okay, we don't want to waste any time over that. So I'll be taking your attendance on every single day. Every single day you have to give your attendance live during the class itself. Those who are not able to give their attendance live during the class, they will be considered as absent during the class itself. Okay, the second thing is, so 7 days of attendance will be there. Those people will be having, and at the end of the entire bootcamp will be doing a project live in the class. Okay, at the end, that is the 7th day, we'll be doing the project in the class itself. Okay, I will be live coding the entire project. I'll be guiding you through the project. I'll be letting you know how to do the project as well. I'll be doing it live in the class. Okay, then I'll be giving you 3 days to complete that project on your own. Okay, you can refer to the video. You will be provided with everything. Okay, you'll have to do that project as well. Like I said, at the end you will be having a project. So there's the 7 days of attendance, and then the project that is there. Then we'll be asking you to submit that project back to us. Okay, we'll be asking you to submit that project back to us. Okay, so this is the two things. One is the 7 days of attendance, and at the end you are having your project submission as well. Those students will be having 7 days of complete attendance. Okay, those people who will be having 7 days of complete attendance, only those people will be able to get the DevTown certificate. Okay, those people will be able to get the DevTown certificate. Okay, the next particular thing is those people who will be having 7 days of attendance as well as the correct project submitted. So after 3 days, we'll be asking you to submit the project. Okay, we'll be doing the project live. We'll be provided with the entire video of me coding the project itself. Then we'll be giving you 3 days to code it on your own. Okay, then you'll have to submit it. Okay, so once that submission has happened, those people who will have the 7 days of attendance as well as the correct project submitted, those people will be getting the certificates via Google and Microsoft. Okay, how to submit the project, what will be the project, where to submit the project, how we'll be doing the project, that I'll be letting you know on the 7th day of the bootcamp. Not right now, because that is not necessary to be told to you right now. You won't be able to understand anything. Okay, again, it's a very beginner friendly bootcamp. We'll be taking everything from scratch. We'll be teaching you everything live. The project as well, we'll be coding it live in front of you. We'll be telling you each and every line of code individually. We'll be guiding you through everything, so you don't have to worry about it. How I will take the attendance, I will be letting you know at the end of today's class, not right now. Okay, I will be letting you guys know at the end of today's class, not right now. Again, there is no cost associated with the bootcamp. There is no cost associated with the projects as well. All these bootcamp or even the certificates, everything is free. We are a non-profit organization. Either we do it for free or we do it at cost. Okay, so these boot camps are for free, so don't worry about it. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know. Don't miss on any particular classes. Okay, you have to attend the class on time, do the class perfectly. Okay, you don't have any other option, because see, if this was a paid program, that was totally different. But this is not a paid program. We are keeping this for free for everyone to come right over here and learn. Okay, so that is the reason why you have to come to the program live. And see, there's a reason behind that. When you're getting certificates via Microsoft and Google, they want to make sure that you are actually learning something right over here. Okay, they want to make sure that you are actually gaining some knowledge out of these boot camps. And that is the reason why they have made the condition that we will be providing the certificates only to those students who have attended your sessions live as well as who have submitted the correct project, so that we are able to understand that, okay, these people have the right knowledge and have done the project as well. So now these certificates can be given to them. Okay. Okay. So let's get started with the today's class itself. Okay. So again, this is the Google Colab notebook that we are going to use to start off with Python. Are you guys ready? Please let me know. Are you guys ready? Please let me know, guys. Great, amazing. So let's start off with right over here. Okay, so Python, let's first, whenever you are starting any programming language that you are going to learn, okay, just like in Hindu, many of you might be Indians. Okay, at the end of the day, in India as well, there's one like culture that we follow at any point of time, an unsaid rule that we have. Whenever we are going to start with something new, we eat curd and sugar. Okay, we eat curd and sugar before doing that. Similarly, whenever you are going to start off with learning any new programming language, you start off with writing hello world in that particular language itself. So again, for this particular language that we are going to start off, that is Python, we will be writing our hello world. right over here. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to write our hello world. So let's create a code snippet. Okay, and then we are going to use the print function in Python. There's a inbuilt function called as print in Python that we are going to use to write hello world in this particular language. Okay, like I said, this is just something that we do before starting any particular new language, so we are going to do it right now as well. So print hello world, this is a particular function that will print hello world for us. Okay, so now to run this particular line of code, there are two things. There are two things that you need to do. The first thing is writing the code itself, that is print hello world. Now to run that particular code, you want to either click on this particular left hand side button. Okay, let me just increase the size. You want to click on this particular play button towards the left hand side. Okay, you want to click on this particular play button to run that particular code. Or the second thing that you can do is click on shift enter. Okay, click on shift, okay, and then enter. So that will also run that code for you. So these are the two ways to run the code on Google Colab and even in Jupyter Notebooks as well, if somebody is using a Jupyter Notebook. Okay, great. So let's try to understand the print function in Python. Okay, just increase the size a bit. The size should be more than sufficient for you guys to see. So you will be seeing this particular print function a lot and very frequently in Python programming language. Every language that you will learn at any point of time will have a function very similar to this at the end of the day. Okay, so some of them will have let's say console.log, println. Okay, so there are various different particular formats of this in various different languages itself. In Python, whenever you want to print something to your console, you will be using the print function. Okay, it helps us to see what exactly is happening in our code. So right now you might consider that why do we require a print function? But when you are having a particular code that is 1 lakh lines of code itself, you cannot go through the entire 1 lakh lines of code to understand what is happening in the code itself. So at some places you will put up some print functions to check up, okay, so this is the result up till this point of time. And then after 100 lines of code, again a print function to print out the result at that point of time itself. So you're able to keep track of what is happening every 100 lines of code. So that is how the print function basically works. It helps you to print some information out on your screen, okay, using Python. So for right over here, you are having 2 plus 7. Okay, you are having 2 plus 7 right over here. So okay, so that is the reason why I said that I will be telling you guys all the information after 30 minutes, because people still are late to the boot camp. Okay, no issues in that. Somebody please help Dilip and provide him with the information about whatever I've said up till now. Okay, so that will be great. Okay, thank you so much, guys. So you are having 2 plus 7 right over here. So if I'm pressing shift enter right over here, you are able to see that we're getting 9 printed on our screen. Okay, after that we are having 2 into 7. We also want to have the value of 2 into 7 on our screen itself. Okay, so we are putting shift enter right over here again to run the program, but we are able to see that we are only able to get 14 on our screen. We're not able to get 9 on our screen. We are only able to get 14. Why is that the case? So what happens is Python is going line by line to execute every single line of code. Okay, so you are able to come at 2 plus 7. So 2 plus 7 is 9. So Python is like, okay, 2 plus 7 is 9. Okay, so what to do with this particular line? I don't know. So I will just leave it there itself. Then I will go to the next line of code. Again, 2 into 7. Okay, so 2 into 7 is 14. So what to do with this particular 14? But there's no line after this particular line of code. So okay, no issues in that. I will just keep this particular line, whatever the answer is, on my console. Okay, that is what Python is thinking. You're not telling Python what to do with this particular 9. Okay, you're not telling Python what to do with this particular 9. So what we'll be doing is we'll be putting a bracket around it. We'll be putting print statement right over here, and we'll be running this particular line of code again. So now you're telling Python that okay, 2 plus 7 is 9. You have to print it on your screen. Okay, you want to print it on your screen itself. Okay, the similar way you are having 2 into 7 as well. You're having 2 into 7 as well. So that Python does not know what to do with it. It is the last line of code, so you are putting it up on your screen directly. But this is not the correct way. Whenever you want to print something up, you always need to put it up inside a print function itself. You always want to put it up inside the print function itself. So when you are running this little line of code, you're getting 9 and 14 on your screen. Okay. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Yes, when you are getting a project, when you're doing a project, you're getting a certificate, you have to put it up on your resume. You don't have any option. You have to put it up on your resume. Okay, great. One more thing, guys. Yes, I will tell you right now as well. I will tell you at the end as well. Whenever I will be taking your attendance, I will tell you whenever I will be taking your attendance. Not right now. Okay. So you will see that even though you had just written 2 lines of code, the last line of code gets to see in the output area. You're not able to see the first line of code itself. And this happens because you haven't told Python what to actually do with it. Okay. So we are having the print statement right over here. So we have already looked at it. We have already practiced it. We have already understood it clearly. Okay, so that is amazing, guys. The next step that we need to understand is about variables. Variables is a particular concept that will come up in every single programming language. Okay, with every single programming language. So let us look at this right over here. Let's try to understand what variables are. Okay, just from a sense of understanding the concept itself. Okay, so let's try to understand that. Okay, so let's assume that you are a programmer. Let's put up some nerdy glasses right over here, some beard. Okay, it has been some time that you have. Okay, so right over here. Okay, this is you. Okay, this is you right over here. Now you guys, you are a programmer. You have recently shifted to Bangalore right now, and it's a new city. At the end of the day, it's a new city that you are currently into, and you approached the landlady, you took a house as a rent as well. You got a house for rent. The rent for that particular house is, let's say, 10,000 rupees. Okay, your house is 10,000 rupees. That is your rent. You have also applied for a car. Okay, you have also applied for a car itself, and the EMI for that particular car. Okay, the EMI for that particular car is, let's say, 5,000. You also go to a gym. Okay, you also go to a gym right now, and so let's say the EMI was also 10,000. Okay, let's say the EMI was also 10,000. You also go to gym, let's say. Okay, and this is the gym itself, and the membership is, let's say, 2,000 right over here. So these are all the different information that you need to know. You're also paying a 30% tax as well, so that is your tax. Okay, and your salary is 1 lakh rupees per month. Your salary as a programmer, because you are a programmer, a software engineer, your salary is 1 lakh rupees per month. Now, pardon me for my drawing. I'm not an artist. Okay, I'm a programmer. My drawing is not at all good, but I'm trying my best so that you guys are able to understand. Okay. So now you shifted to Bangalore and you are like, I'm a programmer. I'm not going to, like, every single day, every single one of day of my month itself. You want to just send your rent, then you want to pay your EMI, then you have to sit and pay your gym membership, then you have to sit and pay your taxes. I don't want to do that. That's a lot of time that I don't want to waste. So what I will do is I will create a program. I will write 10,000 lines of code. I will write 10,000 lines of code that will do all these different things for me. It will calculate my taxes. It will pay my taxes for me. It will calculate my gym membership. It will pay my gym membership for me. It will pay with the EMI. It will pay my house rent. It will also calculate the savings that I'm having. Okay, all these different things. Whatever I'm spending, it will calculate that and provide me with that data and do everything for me. Okay, so that is what you have created. This is like 10,000 lines of code, 10,000 lines of code that you have created. Now, within this code, just from a very high level perspective itself, okay, so what will happen at any point of time? For example, you want to calculate your taxes that you want to pay. So you will be like, okay, I'm having like 1 lakh rupees as my salary. Then I will have to cut the dependencies. So my rent and EMI are deductible from my taxes. So I will have to deduct my rent, that is 10,000. I will have to deduct my tax EMI as well. And then I will have to calculate 30% on this. And this is my tax that I will have to like pay at the end of the day. Similarly, if I want to calculate my savings, then I will have to write like 1 lakh rupees. That was my salary. Then I will have to cancel out my rent. Okay, then I will have to cancel out my, let's say, the EMI. Then I will have to cancel out my gym membership. I will have to cancel out my taxes. So that is like 1 lakh minus 10,000 minus 10,000 multiplied by 0.3. So there's a huge calculations that you will have to do in these 10,000 lines of code. Okay, in this 10,000 lines of code, you will have to do a lot of calculations at any point of time. Okay, so are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to think about this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to think about this? Please let me know, guys. Okay, so all these calculations that you will have to do in these 10,000 lines of code. Now let's assume that your landlady, okay, this is your landlady. Let's make the landlady right over here, comes to know that, okay, you are shifted into Bangalore, you must be a software engineer, and a software engineer always earns a lot. Okay, that is according to the landlady itself. The landlady is a rude person, she's a meanie. So she tells you that, okay, I came to know that you are earning a lot. Now I've raised my rent from 10,000 to 15,000. Okay, I've raised my rent from 10,000 to 15,000. Now you have to pay me 15,000 every single month. Now this is a huge problem for you. Money is not a problem. You are earning a lot. You will be easily able to shift into a different company, get 30% hike as well with some stock bonuses. So that is not a problem for you. The problem is that you wrote 30,000, 10,000 lines of code right over here with a lot many number of like changes, a lot many of calculations in these 10,000 lines of code. Now, if you are changing one number as well, you will have to go through the entire 10,000 lines of code, try to understand with the 10,000 that is present at any point of time and change it to 50,000. Every single time, whether your EMI is increasing or decreasing, your gem membership is increasing or decreasing, your taxes is increasing or decreasing, you'll have to go through the entire 10,000 lines of code and change everything. And you don't have enough time. You don't have that kind of time to sit and do all this kind of stuff. So somebody would be very smart from you. Somebody would be like, sir, why to do that? We'll just do a control F. Just do control F. Just find control F and control R will find and replace all the 10,000 with 15,000. It will just take 2 seconds of time. We don't need to learn programming at the end of the day. Just do a control F and control R and we will just find and replace all the 10,000 with 15,000. Now my question to you is, even your EMI is 10,000. Your rent is also 10,000. How are you going to identify whether this 10,000 is for your rent or this 10,000 is for your rent? Which one is for your rent and which one was for your EMI? You don't know that. If you're doing control F and control R, all your 10,000, even your EMIs will become 15,000. So that won't work at any point of time. So this is where the concepts of variables come into being. Now, don't think about variables, think about nicknames, okay? So for each of these values, I will assign a nickname, okay? I will have rent as a nickname for the value 10,000. Again, I will have EMI as a nickname for again the value of 10,000. Okay, I will have gym as a value for 2,000 and tax as a value of 0.3. Okay, so right over here, I'm putting up nicknames right over here. So instead of putting up numbers, okay, I will, and salary as well. So salary is equals to 1 lakh. Okay, salary is equals to 1 lakh right over here. So now my code, instead of having numbers right over here, I will be having the nicknames. I will be using the nicknames. So it will look something like this. So salary minus your rent minus EMI multiplied by tax. Okay, similarly right over here as well, this will all be replaced. This will all be replaced by your nicknames. You don't have to use the numbers anymore. Now, when your landlady comes into place and she tells you that, okay, instead of 10,000, now you have to pay 15,000. Okay, instead of 10,000, now you have to pay 15,000. So you don't even have to look at these 10,000 lines of code. You don't even have to look at these 10,000 lines of code. You're not using numbers right over there. You have used nicknames and you just have to come up to this particular line of code. You just have to come up to this particular line of code right over here and change the value to 15,000. You just have to change the value to 15,000 right over here. You don't even have to go through the 10,000 lines of code anymore. These 5 lines of code is more than sufficient. And this is the concept of variables. This nicknames that you are assigning to these value is called as your variables. Okay. So let's try to understand variables in a bit more depth. So when you're creating a variable, let's say rent is equals to 1000. Okay. When you're creating a variable right over here, what you're basically doing is you're creating a box. Okay. You're creating a box right over here with the name of rent, and you're putting up a value of 1000 inside of it. Okay, you're putting up a value of 1000 inside of it. Now whenever you are using rent anywhere in your code, whenever you are using rent anywhere in your code, you are trying to you are referring to the value that rent, the name, this box contain inside of the box, the value that is present inside of the box. So whenever you are using rent inside your code, you're referring to the value that is present inside the box, that is 1000 itself. Okay, for those who are not able to see the screen properly, the quality of the video is bad. I hope that you guys are not using YouTube for the very first time. You can just go to the settings, increase the quality of the video to 1080p or 720p as well. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so this is the use of variables. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. One more thing, guys, I understand that most of you are from various different backgrounds. The beauty with data science, software engineering, web development is that you don't need to identify with any background. Whether you are from chemical, civil, mechanical, electrical, from MSc, BSc, from commerce, from arts, it does not matter. If you have the right skill set and the right knowledge, then you can go anywhere into this field. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, so understanding variables is very important in any programming language. They're used all the time in Python and in other languages as well. Using variables in place of direct numbers have various advantages, which we have seen just now. Okay, so variables are used to store information to be referenced and manipulated in computer program. Like I said, wherever you are using the variable name, you're basically referencing to the value that is present inside that variable itself. Okay, so creating a variable in Python is extremely easy. You don't have to do anything. You just have to write the variable name, that is month, and then you have to write the value that you want to contain inside that variable name itself. Okay, Rashmi, again, this is a boot camp, not a training. The certificates that will be issued to you by Google and Microsoft will be somewhat like you have completed a 7-day long training in this particular thing. That's it. Okay. Okay, so variable is equals to 12. That is the name of the variable right over here. Okay, and then you are having the number that you are having right over here itself. Okay, so print and then month. Okay, so right over here you are using month right over here. When you are using month, that refers to the value that is contained inside of month itself. Okay, that is 12. So when I am running this particular line of code, you will be able to see that we are getting 12 on our screens. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Each class will be of 1 to 1.5 hours. Okay, each class will be of 1 to 1.5 hours. So creating a variable is extremely simple. Okay, so right over here we are having a is equals to 3. So let's try to understand this. So what will happen right over here? Let's try to understand. Like, I want to get your perspective over this. If a is equals to 3, okay, b is equals to a. Okay, I'm doing a is equals to a plus 3 right over here. Okay, so what is the meaning of a is equals to a plus 3? Let's try to understand that. So whenever you are having anything, whenever you are having a variable name, on the left hand side it refers to the box that is named as a, and whenever you are having a variable name on the right hand side of the equation, that refers to the value that is contained inside of a. Okay, Try to remember this. Whenever you are having a variable on the left hand side of the equation, that refers to the box that is A. And whenever you are having a variable on the right hand side of the equation, it refers to the value that is contained inside of the variable itself. Okay. So if I'm writing this right over here, you're having A is equals to 3, B is equals to A is equals to A plus 3. So what will be the answer of B and A? Can somebody let me know in the live chat? Like write the answer. For example, if the value of B is 9, the value of A is 3, then write 9 comma 3 in the live chat. Whatever the value of A and B is, write it down in the live chat, guys. For those who are facing any problem with the quality of the video, guys, this is a YouTube video. I hope that you guys are not using YouTube for the very first time. Okay, so you can go to the settings and increase the quality of the video to 1080p, or even 720p would work. Okay. So I'm able to see most of you are writing the correct answer. Many of you are writing the wrong answer as well. So the correct answer for this is 3. For the value of B is 3, and for the value of A is 6. Now, why is that the case? Why is the value of B 3 and why the value of A 6? Let's try to understand that. Okay. So what is happening right over here is, first we are creating a box called as A, and we are having a value of 3 inside of it. Okay, then we are creating a B. Again, like I said, when you are having a variable name on the right hand side of an equation, that means it is referring to the value that it contains. Okay, and again it references to the value. It does not mean that this number itself, it will create a new number for you. It will create a copy of that value. It will create a new 3 for you. It will create a separate new 3 of the same value. It will create a new 3 for you. And now B would be equal to, you are creating a box called as B, and that will contain a new value inside of it, that is 3. Now you are writing A is equals to A plus 3. So what you're doing is, you're taking out 3 from the box, you're adding 3 to it. Okay, now the new value is 6, and then you're putting that 6 back inside the box. So now the value inside the box A would be 6 right over here. Are you guys able to understand? Let me just recap it once again. First, you are creating a box called as A. First, you are creating a box called as A that has a value 3 inside of it. Then you are writing B is equals to A. Okay, when you are doing that, you are creating another new box called as B. Okay, you are again creating another new box called as B. You are taking 3 out of the box. Okay, you are taking 3 out of the box. You're creating a copy of that particular 3 itself. You're creating a copy of that particular 3, and that 3 you're putting it up inside the B. So even A is containing 3. Okay, so A is also containing 3 and B is also able to contain 3, but these are two different 3s. These are not this. Fuck. Okay. So this 3 will be put up inside of B. So now everything will look something like this. Okay. These will be the boxes. Now when you are writing A is equals to, when you are writing A is equals to A plus 3. Okay. When you are writing A is equals to A plus 3, what is happening is, you are again taking 3 out of the box. Okay. This is the 3. You are adding 3 to it. Now that will become 6. Okay. That will become 6. And now this 6 will be putting up back inside of the box. This 6 will be putting up back inside the box itself. Okay. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Yeah, Devesh, there's somebody spamming the live chat. Just look into it. Great. So let's move on from right over here. So we are having a is equals to 3, b is equals to a. So the value of b would be 3, not a. Okay. The value of b would be 3, not a. Okay. So for example, right over here, every single time you are declaring the value itself. So a is equals to 3, b is equals to a. So you are creating that variable. You're putting a value inside that variable itself. Without doing that, if you're directly using a particular variable right over here and having print x, okay, if you're trying to do something like that, print x, without, I don't know what x is. I don't know what x is at the end of the day. So I'm running this particular line of code. It will give you a name error. Okay. It will give you a timeout there though. Okay, that as well. I hate these kind of people, man. Like, this is a place to study, not this bullshit. Okay, so right over here, as you're able to see, we are having print x. Okay, I have not declared anything. You don't know what x is. I don't know what x is. How would Python know what x is? X can be anything. So Python will just like give you an error right over here, the name error. Okay, name x is not defined. So to be able to use x, you need to define x as well. Okay, so you need to go right over here. You need to define x is equals to, let's say, 100. And now when you are running this particular line of code, you are able to see that it is running. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. So again, I'm just explaining. Some of the people are again asking. One more thing, guys. So we will be starting off with Python, the basics. This is the Python basics that we'll be doing today, and tomorrow we'll be doing Python. Okay. Day after tomorrow we'll be doing pandas, and so the first 4 days we'll be covering Python, and we'll be doing pandas. Then we'll be doing numpys and pandas. That will be on third and fourth day. On the fifth day, we'll be starting off in machine learning. Okay, we'll be doing machine learning. We'll be learning about one of the algorithms that we are going to use. Some of the important stuff that you need to know for the project itself. That will be on the fifth and the sixth day. And then on the seventh day, we'll be doing the project. Okay, so that will be the entire duration. Please don't ask it again. Okay. Today's class, I will keep it small. Today, I will not take a huge class. Okay, we'll have 1 hour of class itself today. Like I said, I don't want to make it a big burden on you from tomorrow, but we will have 1 to 1.5 hours of class itself because we need to cover a lot. There's a lot many of topics. See, as you're able to see, just in Python, there's so much that we have to do. In Python, there's so much that we have to do. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. So today we'll stop right over here. I'm able to understand you guys are also exhausted. And I will also have to tell you guys how to fill up the attendance and everything. So that will take almost 15 minutes right now. Okay. So before starting off with the attendance, let me tell you something about DevTown. So DevTown is a non-profit organization. Like I said, we conduct these free boot camps for you guys. We're trying to conduct the community that is required. Because when I was in college, there was no one to guide me properly on what to do. Like I started doing machine learning, then I went into web development, then I went into blockchain. I learned a lot of different things, but nothing was career oriented at the end of the day. If there was somebody who was able to show me that this is what happens in data science, this is what you will be learning in data science, and I was able to get a quick taste of that. So that is the reason why that we created these boot camps. These boot camps are like you going to Baskin Robbins and asking for a sample of an ice cream before buying that ice cream at the end of the day, before learning about that ice cream at the end of the day. So that is why we created DevTown. It is great to have you guys on board with us. Okay, now for attendance. Okay, so attendance, guys, it is very simple. I'll be showing you an attendance link right now. You have to take a again, please remember, this is the YouTube video. Okay, What is this? Okay, please let me know. What is this? Is this a YouTube video or not? Okay, let me know. Is this a YouTube video or not? It's a YouTube video. How do YouTube video works? Okay, you can revert back after this live session is ended. It will still be made available to you. You can revert back to any point inside a video. Okay, if you have missed a particular thing, you can scroll back. You can pause a YouTube video. This is not Zoom, this is a YouTube video. It's a YouTube video after the live class has ended. This will still be made available for you. Those who have a doubt, I will show it to you guys as well. Okay, so for example, if I'm going to DevTown's channel right over here, I'm going to any of the previous videos that we have. Okay, so for example, 12k views right over here. This was also a live bootcamp that we had. You're easily able to see that this is a YouTube video. I can pause it, I can move it around, I can watch it in its entirety. So if you have missed the attendance link, don't worry. You can pause the video, you can go back. Okay, don't worry about it. The second thing, you have only 1 hour. Okay, you have only 1 hour to fill up the attendance link. Nobody will fill up the attendance link during the class. Okay, during the class, nobody is going to fill up the attendance link. Everybody has to fill up the attendance link at the end of the class itself, not in the middle of the class. I will be showing you the attendance link anywhere in the middle of the class. For just 1 second, I will be showing you. Just for 1 second, I will be showing you. Sometimes I will just tell you where the attendance link is. Just for 1 second, I will be telling you where the attendance link is. Or I will just show you the attendance link and I will just remove it anywhere in the middle of the class. So anyone who is not attending the class live, anyone who is not going through the entire class and learning, they won't be able to fill up the attendance link. Okay, they won't be able to fill up the attendance link. Are you able to understand up till here? Please let me know. Are you able to understand up till here? Attendance link will be shown to you just for 1 second. Today is the first day, so I'm taking a lot of time to show you the attendance link. I'm taking a lot of time making you understand about the attendance link. When I will be from tomorrow onwards, it will be something like this. I'm teaching. I'll show you the attendance link for 1 second. I will close it and then I will start teaching once again. Even if for 1 second you are missing it, you will be able to miss the attendance link for that day. This is how attendance link will be shown to you for tomorrow, from tomorrow onwards. Okay, just for 1 second itself. Okay, so I'm doing this, there's a reason behind it. Again, these big companies have told us explicitly that certificate should be sent to only those people who are attending the sessions live. And I'm only able to check that by doing this. I have no other way of doing it. Okay, I have no other way of doing this. Okay, so that is the reason why I'm doing this. Okay, and see, it is also better for you. You are attending the session every single day. You're coming here, you're giving your 1.5 hours, you're gaining the knowledge. And now one more person who is not attending the classes, is not doing anything, he's just getting the attendance thing and getting the certificate. Do you want that? You want that certificate to have value. Okay, that value will only be there if only those people who have the attendance, who have the knowledge, are able to get those certificates. Okay, so that is the thing. Second thing is how the attendance link will be shown to you. The attendance link won't be shared anywhere. The attendance link won't be shared on the WhatsApp groups. The attendance link won't be shared on the live chat. Nowhere. I'll be showing the attendance link to you on your screen. I'll be showing the attendance link to you on your screen. You'll have to take a screenshot of that particular attendance link. You can use Google Lens, okay, to read that link, or you can just type that link out yourself. Okay, I will show you the attendance link. You are not going to get the attendance link anywhere else. I will show you the image of that link itself. That's it. Okay. Second thing, the attendance link. Everybody will be like, sir, the attendance link wasn't working. It's a Google form attendance link. It is going to work every single time. There's never going to be a day when the attendance link is not working. Okay. There is never going to be a day when the attendance link is not working. Okay, so the attendance link You have to, if it's a capital letter, you have to put up a capital letter. If it's a small letter, you have to pull up the small letter itself. If it is a number, you have to put up a number. Okay, so please keep that in mind. It's case sensitive. Okay, it's case sensitive, and if it's a capital letter, it should be a capital letter. If it's a small letter, it should be a small letter. If it is a number, it should be a number. You have to keep in mind, don't make any spelling mistakes. People are writing Q instead of G and telling me that the link isn't working. So you have to keep that in mind, guys. Okay, you have to keep that in mind, guys. Okay, again, this is what has, see, if you want the link for Google and for Microsoft, if you want certificates by these companies, you have to do this. You're not paying anything for these boot camps, you're not paying anything for these certificates as well. This is the least that you can do, and we have to do this. There is no other possibility. Okay, because we need to make sure that the certificates are only being sent to those students, because we don't even care about the rest of the students. Because see, at the end of the day, we care about results. We care about students who are here to build a community, who are here to learn. Why, if we didn't want that, we could have charged like 3,000 rupees from you and said that, okay, these certificates via Microsoft and Google that we are giving you, each of these certificates have a value of 2,000 rupees. Okay, if you are going anywhere else, go and give 2,000 rupees. They will give this certificate to you. But we are not doing that. We want to give these certificates only to those people who are gaining the right kind of knowledge. And for that, you have to attend the session live. That is the only way that we can check whether you are gaining the knowledge or not. Okay. The second thing is, every link will be on for 12 hours. Okay. You will have 12 hours, because I understand that you will take the screenshot in the middle of the class. I don't want you to fill up the certificates fill up the link in the middle of the class. I want you to focus upon the class itself. Okay. So don't fill up the link in the middle of the class. After the class has ended, you will have up till 12 midnight. Okay, you will have up till 12 midnight. That is almost 2 hours, 2.5 hours, even up till like to 1 or 2 in the night itself, to fill up the attendance for that particular day. You have plenty of time to fill up the attendance for that particular day. Okay. Okay, so right now I'm going to show you the attendance link as of this particular moment. Okay, again, certificates via Google and Microsoft will always have a lot of value, but these certificates will only have value if you have the right knowledge associated with them as well. You don't have the knowledge but the certificates, they have no value. If you have this knowledge but you don't have the certificates, again, there's no use. You need to have the knowledge as well as the certificates. Now, any other certificate will have less value than this, because these are being issued directly by big companies. So this will always have a lot of value at the end of the day. Okay. Okay, so this is the attendance link for today. I'm showing it to you guys. I hope that you are able to see the attendance link on your screen. You have to take a screenshot for this. Okay, this is a YouTube video. You can scroll back and come to this at a later point of time. Okay, from tomorrow it will just be for 1 second and that's it. Okay, for 1 second and that's it. And if it's a capital letter, it's a capital letter. If it's a small letter, it's a small letter. If it's a number, it's a number. Okay, please keep that in mind, guys. Please keep that in mind. Yes, of course, if you are having a certificate, you can put that into your resume as well. That is not, I've also answered it almost 3 to 4 times. And this is how you will be getting your attendance link on a daily basis. Okay. Okay, so that will be the process for like giving you the attendance. The attendance link will be like I'm teaching right over here. I'll show the attendance links for 1 or 2 seconds. Then I will be coming back. I will be telling you verbally that I have showed you the attendance link in the past like 1 or 2 seconds. I'll tell you verbally so that everyone who is listening to me knows that the attendance link has been shown just 2 seconds before this, so that they can remember it. Okay, but the attendance link will be shown to you like this itself. Like I said, again, this is a YouTube video. The link will always work. If you want to check whether the link is working or not, I can even show it to you guys. As you're able to see, we have already got 40 responses, so the link is working. Okay, so the link is working. You have to keep in mind the correct spelling. If it's a capital letter, it's a capital letter. If it's a small letter, it's a small letter. If it's a number, it's a number. You have to keep that in mind. Okay. Any other doubts associated with the attendance? Any other doubts or queries associated with the attendance, guys? Please let me know. Now, sometimes Google Lens won't work as well. Keep that in mind. Sometimes Google Lens will convert an I into an L into an I, a G into a Q, and a Q into a G. So there will be some mistakes that Google Lens will be doing. So if it is not working via Google Lens, just read through the entire spelling of what you have written as of this particular moment. Okay. This video will be available for you like for 6 to 8 months on this particular channel at least. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. Any other doubts, guys? Any other doubts? Please let me know. If you have not see, those who have not graduated, so write the graduation year, like you are going to graduate in 2024. So just write 2024 itself. Okay. Attendance response within the class when I'm teaching won't be recorded. I'm telling you that as well. You have to fill it up after the class because I want you to focus upon what I'm teaching within the class itself. Okay. So I am a CSE graduate from Birla Institute of Technology. I have previously worked in companies like Geo. I've worked in Geo, Reliance, Personal as a data scientist, as a data analyst, as a software engineer, and as a full stack engineer as well. I have also worked in Google, and I've taught many students on behalf of Google Explore ML program. Okay, so there's a lot. Usually, I used to teach just data science, but later on, I also got into the Explore ML program via Google was that I used to go into different colleges and teach students live in colleges on AI and data science. And I thought that this is something that is Google is doing on a very small scale. Like they could have expanded it a lot. So hence we started out with DevTown, that you guys are able to get the mentorship that we were not able to get when we were in college. So that is what we have created right over here, and we expect that you guys will be able to continue this journey further on as well, and we'll have a great time moving further. Okay. For those who are coming late to the bootcamp right now, where is the attendance link? How to fill up the attendance link? I've told that in the past 15 minutes. Just scroll back the video and watch it once again. Okay. For those who are coming right now and you're like, where is the attendance link? I know that you were not in the class. So I suggest you, if you want to continue with the bootcamp, scroll back the video 15 minutes. I've told everything. I've given you the attendance link. I've told you how to fill up the attendance link as well. Slide it 15 more minutes back and you will be able to understand it right now. Okay. What is a package right now? So it is north of 40 lakhs per annum, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can start marking the attendance. Don't worry, you can start marking the attendance. Okay. The oops concept won't be required in this particular bootcamp. Yes, guys, you can leave. You can leave. The bootcamp has ended. I'm just listening to some of the queries that are there. You can leave. There's no issues. Okay. So your experience in data science. So I started learning data science when I was in my second year of college. First year ended and the summer vacation began. After that, like I interned at Reliance, and I joined Reliance itself. And I interned at Geo, and I joined Geo. From Geo, I went into Fastnell. From Fastnell, I went into one or two different companies as well. And in Reliance, I was a data analyst. In Geo, I was a data scientist. Then I went into software engineering, then into full stack web development. So I was a full stack web developer at one point of time, MERN stack developer. So all these different things, like, and in the meanwhile as well, I was selected by Google as a part of their Explore ML program, where I used to go and teach into various different colleges about data science, AI, machine learning, deep learning, Python. So this is my basic experience in data science. Okay. What to fill in the graduation column when you are going to get graduated. So for example, you're going to get graduated in 2024. So write 2024 right over there. Okay, when you are going to pass out from your college. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. We'll move on from right over here. We'll meet tomorrow again at the same time, 8:30. Please be on time and bring some food to eat as well if it's possible. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Let's meet tomorrow. Okay, thank you so much, guys.